Hey guys, Kills the Thrills here, and we're back with some more 7 Days to Die 2.0. So this is just a little showcase of my Sledgehammer build that I'm using in my current livestream playthrough. I just wanted to show you what it is and what I am using. I think it's pretty overpowered, to be honest, and I am doing a hell of a lot of damage with it. I'm having a great time with it. So I'll talk you through it bit by bit as we go. Why not? So this is all about getting punched in the face, doing as much damage as possible, self-healing and regenerating our stamina to full. So I'm going full Raiders gear. Now, most people don't really, not most people, but people don't normally like to go full Raiders because of the mobility loss. Unless you put points in it, which is there, which you don't need to with this build. Because if you come here and you go down to urban combat, you can see armor doesn't slow you down when in combat. So if I'm running around, I am slow, like really, really slow. But if I spawn ourselves a lovely Arlene and I give her a quick jab in the face, you'll see that I can run around like I'm not even wearing armor now. I am basically wearing full armor but moving like I'm in my birthday suit. I might as well be naked at this point. And she can't get me. Like, no zombies can get me. So you don't lose kind of like the movement and agility of wearing... Put her out of her misery. Come on. There we go. I haven't got any points in Sledgehammer yet, so not doing much damage. So you don't lose any kind of agility from wearing heavy armor. And it lasts quite a while. As you can see, she's dead. And I'm still shifting around like there's no tomorrow. So, for the Sledgehammer, we max out, obviously, strength, just because we can now deal 300% headshot damage and have a 50% greater chance to dismember the zombies. That will come in real good later on when we unlock another perk in the strength mastery. So, Skull Crusher, obviously, obvious choice. Sledgehammers deal 50% more damage, power attacks 75% more. When we get the full stamina recovery on kill, power attacks will become our normal attacks. And plus, we have a 50% chance to knock down nearby foes. Killing blows grant 30 stamina, which is good at the start, right? We'll go 5 in big and fast, just to get that extra Sledgehammer swing speed, because they are pretty damn slow. Now, strength mastery. Some people probably might sleep on this one, because it's not very good, right? So, critical injuries heal 100% faster when holding a mining tool. I've used that quite a bit. That has saved me quite a lot of time. 5% chance to gain scrap brass. Again, good. You've got a good supply of brass, but this is a melee build. We don't really need it. Don't really use guns. Battle miner. Don't really use that. That's a bit pointless, but we go through that because we want this. Headshots with clubs and sledgehammers have an additional 50% chance to dismember enemies. Now, if you dismember an enemy on a headshot, that is a 50% chance to instantly kill them, right? So if you dismember their head, they're dead. That's it. So yeah, if you're lucky and it procs, you can outright just kill them in one shot. And then I like to take the Adrenaline Berserker, because this is all about taking as little damage as possible whilst self-healing. So with this, strength-based weapons grant 25% damage resistance for 5 seconds. That's kills with strength-based weapons. And we're killing quite a lot. So this is like a, I'd say, early to mid, kind of early late game build. After that, you're probably going to have some issues with crowd control and things like that, especially when you get to the higher level zombies. Pack Mule, I normally like to max out, because who doesn't like shrugging off, or having a 25% chance to shrug off physical damage, right? So not only do you get your inventory space, max that right out, you also have a chance of 25% chance to shrug off all damage. Where's that gone? That one there. There we go. You have a 25% chance to shrug off all damage. And for me, that has saved my ass quite a lot. And I mean quite a lot. So that's basically the early setup of the build. I mean, you're going to need to be a fairly high level for this, but not fairly high. You can get it done. But that is basic. So with this, you can pretty much... I mean, it's just a normal Arlene. But with this, we can pretty much just put her on her ass. I know she's a normal one. She's down. Decker. This is without the extra books. Let's see if we can get ourselves a feral. Get some feral Arlenes in here. Okay, so we'll go irradiated and see how well we do that. I mean, we put her on her ass. And just keep pummeling. Obviously, when you get to the ferals, it takes a little bit longer, but we don't have any of the stats in the actual Sledgehammer section yet. So over here, the Sledgehammer Saga. This is what we're really looking at. So you have a 10% chance to knock down enemies. Sledgehammers deal degrade 20% slower, so they last a lot longer. Power attacks kills weaken and slow nearby enemies. And when you've got that with the weighted head mod, once I can modify that, I'll show you. That also has a chance to stun and slow victims. So it works pretty good. They go quite well with each other. You're constantly slowing, constantly stunning them and knocking them down, basically. I also put in here melee stamina usage 10%, structural brace to keep the weapon alive a lot longer, and a burning shaft mod just because, one, it acts like a light and I can see, and two, it's nice to see a zombie that's on fire. It lets you know if they're still alive or not. So after that, let's have a little look. Adds 25% more damage to enemies below 30% health. That is ideal. Gain double experience. Now this double experience, if you can get that book at the start of the game and you're running around with a sledgehammer, that will boost your leveling speed really fast. It just, you fly up in levels. Headshots, double experience, you're absolutely annihilating everybody all over the place with this build. Adds 10% chance to knock enemies unconscious, and we can already do that. Sledgehammer power attacks bypass 50% of the armor and refill your stamina with each power attack kill. I'll give myself these books, I'll show you what that does. There we go. Just giving that there. So basically, it doesn't matter how much I use stamina-wise. Let me just get some... let's just get some Arlene's in. And then I'll go pounding. So if I don't know, let's run around a little bit. Obviously, we're not in combat. Let's get hit. There we go. My pack mule there just absorbed that. We'll run around. We'll swing a little bit. If I kill one, boom. Maximum stamina. Health, obviously, is not shifting, right? So we're still... We're still losing health and we're not healing. So that's where this section comes into play. So you go over to here. You go to Fortitude. Now we're going to have to max this out, but that is good to have anyway. These itself don't really do anything for us for weapon wise, but we're just using that because we want Siphoning Strike. Max out Siphoning Strike. You restore 10 health per zombie kill. And I have been in the absolute mids of combat and I've been getting battered. If I do that, that's 10 health. I think I'll just kill them both. God damn it, Arlene, you died too quick. Right, let's try some feral Arlenes. They're a little bit stronger. Let's get hit. We got our stamina boost. We're getting battered. And I pound her. That's a feral Arlene. She's dead. Full health again. So if I stand here, we are taking a good chunk of damage. They do hit pretty hard. And then if I deck her, she didn't die that time. But we'll have her this time. 10 health, full stamina. When you've got a horde of zombies coming at you, and there's loads of them, you're going to have really weak ones in there. You're going to have strong ones in there. And this just rinses through them. You're constantly healing. Right, so now what I normally like to take is pain tolerance. Just because it reduces life loss, right? We're in the Fortitude tree anyway, so we might as well take it, right? So you've got that. You seem to thrive in pain. Reduce HP loss by 25%. And you have no chance to get stunned. That is amazing, basically. No stunning. We reduce the damage taken by 25%. And we also reduce the damage we take. Where is it? There we go. Kills with this weapon. So whenever we kill anything, we again 25% damage resistance. So we reduce the damage to our life taken by 25%, and we reduce damage we take by 25% because we've killed enemies. And then on top of that, we have Pack Mule that has a 25% chance just to shrug off all damage anyway. So let's get some zombies out and have a look. Go for some more Arlene. So the damage we take now should be pretty minimal. Yeah. As long as you deck one. Heal one. Wow, this aim. We're getting very unlucky with the procs. There we go. She's dead. That's an extra 10 health. That's an extra 10 health. So we're going to take 25% less damage. And life loss is 25% less as well. And basically, just with that little setup alone, we're pretty damn strong. Now, I'm sitting at level 64. Like I said, this is towards You can set this up early game and then it's like early, late game. Alright, so if you, depend on how long you're going for, if you want to keep improving this. Obviously, we're not going to be taking any of the -69 and motherload and junk miner and stuff like that. You can stretch your points out if you want, but it all depends on how far into the game you want to go. I wouldn't bother with healing factor. Having 1 health every 5 seconds is not really that important, if I must say. But if you want to really increase this, you could either go Fortitude Mastery. I mean, that instantly stop bleeding on a kill is pretty good. I've used that quite a lot. The infection's not too bad. That's not good. But then you get 50 health and an additional 50 to max health. So that's an extra 100 health right there. So that will boost up your health so you can take more punishment from zombies before you actually have to run away or heal. But with this build, because you're killing things so bloody quick, you just self-heal through it, like I said, unless it's a load of irradiated ferals, then you're going to have a bit of a problem because you're bound to run out of stamina before. That's the only downside I'm finding with the Sledgehammer at the moment. Or if you really want to go into it, you can max out agility, pump them out. We're not going to be using agility anyway, but you can have hard target. So hard target itself, if I can just put some points in there, max that out, and you have a 25% less damage when moving. So if we get our lovely Arlene back out, come on, get a few of these. If I'm running around, let her hit me. But if I'm running around and I'm moving, damage is very low. I've just decked a few of them, but then you can get the kills in, and then you self-heal. I mean, we are bleeding, we are infected, we do have a little bit of abrasions, but it doesn't really matter. That'll go. It's not going to kill us. We can always heal the infection. We can sort our knees out. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can really do about that. That is just what it is. But if you have a mining weapon or a tool, that will heal that a lot quicker. So, for instance, leg abrasion is now 32. If I switch it to that, it goes down to 17. And that's before it's even healed. So, if I give myself a first aid kit, we'll show. There we go. So, I've just healed that. We've got 9 minutes on the clock for that. But if I switch over to my axe, it's 4 minutes. It's basically, it's pretty simple, quite straightforward. Okay, so I'll just put a load of points in the Fortitude Mastery as well, because I want the bleeds to stop, right? Now I'm immune to diseases for 2 hours. In real life hours, that's not in game hours. And we have the extra 50% health. So I feel like we're pretty good to go. I haven't got anything better in my armor. My armor quite sucks. If that was tier 6 armor, we would survive a hell of a lot longer. But let's go to a biome where there's going to be some pretty tough zombies. And we can run around in there. And I'll show you what it's like when we're smashing through things. Alright, I've just teleported ourselves to the high school in the snow biome. So we're going to go and test this out. I'll show you what it's like in combat. Now, my game stage is pretty bloody high. It's 235. So the zombies here are going to be pretty tough anyway. But like I said, this build is obviously can become active quite soon. And it's, I'd say, mid to early late game stage. Like you don't have to take all the points I've taken. You can select priorities, but a must are these, and the strength mastery is a must. You need them, and then from there you can do what you want with pain tolerance, fortitude mastery. Don't normally do that, just siphoning strike. Just those extra abilities in there will save your life with the healing. You can just walk in and just kind of end zombies. Look at the experience, 1200 for that. Because it was a headshot, we killed him. Oh, scuff that. Because better at aiming. 1200 for that. He fell over for some reason. He's dead. What was that? I know he's not dead. Now he's dead. I think there's a bear outside trying to get in as well, so we can go out and pummel bears. It works on the animals too. Alright, let's see if we can get some more zombies. There we go. We're getting hit a few times. There's a radiated there. We're decking. Take out that one. This is where the build kind of drops off a little bit. Is when you're coming across ones like that. This whole build and stamina usage for this build is all based on killing the enemy. If you can't kill the enemy, you can't self-heal. You can't self-heal you're not getting your stamina back. And you will run out of stamina pretty quick. I mean, we're winded now and we are infected. But obviously, ideally, before you run a place like this, you'll have loads of vitamins inside you anyway, so you won't get infected. And you'd have all the medicines on you. But this is just a rough showcase of what it can actually do. And it's a pretty good build. It's carried me through my live stream playthrough. But later on towards endgame, you're going to want something that's more of a crowd control. Doesn't work very well at crowd control. So I'm thinking if you want crowd control, you might want to go stun baton, which is probably something we're going to change to somewhere down the line due to the fact that you want to survive, right? Stun baton and handle those new irradiated zombies quite well. Whereas on this, you have a bit of an issue with them unless you get lucky with the 50% dismemberment. And clearly, I am not lucky enough to get that. But you're just a right-click swinging machine that absolutely shreds the majority of zombies. And if you can do a melee horde base, it's even better. It works so much better on a melee horde base. And that is that. That is my kind of early game to early end game build. It works well. Oh, we just leveled up for some reason. It works really well. It's carried me through everything, but crowd control is probably what's going to be needed towards the end. So I'd probably switch over, like I said, a stun baton build with a repulsor mod, just so you can smash things around the map a little bit and save yourself from getting smashed in, because eventually you're going to get taken out, right? So just a little recap. You need to have your strength, skull crusher, big and fast, strength mastery. Quite expensive to get up and running, but once you got them, you should be golden. Pack mule if you want to reduce damage. Obviously, you're going to need your, where are they? Your sledge saga to refill your power attacks, but you get that pretty quick anyway. For moving around in heavy armor, to save yourself a load of points, urban combat. Otherwise, if not, you're going to have to spend 4 points over here. You might want to save them. And then if for survivability, if you want to get it done, siphoning strike, plus 10 HP. I barely have to heal myself when I'm running around. And if you really want to go into it, pain tolerance, just for the extra kind of like reduce HP loss by 25%. Helps a lot. Fortitude mastery if you want the extra health. You can even go cardio if you want the extra stamina. That's an extra 50 stamina there. Means you won't run out as often. And even if you want, these are just optional, you can pair it up with the while moving take 25% less damage. So even if you're backpedaling and then just swinging away at the zombies, you will take 25% less damage. But that's my build. Let me know what you think. It works really well for me. I've tested it, and so far I haven't come across a build that's better, unless probably stun baton towards endgame. It will take you forever to kill things, but you get to control the flow of battle. So I'll leave this one here. So thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see some more, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the live stream. Thanks for coming. Bye.